Kang the Conqueror, the presumed big bad of the MCU's multiverse saga, has taken the stage, and he's not the easiest guy to talk about because his whole shtick is time travel, and that's always a giant headache. Important bits. He's a guy from the 30th century of an alternate Earth who decided to travel back in time because he was bored with how peaceful his time period was. Real name Nathaniel Richards, descended from Mr. Fantastic, and also possibly Dr. Doom. He and Kang actually have a decently compelling frenemy. He possesses all kinds of super advanced technology, the likes of which mortal minds cannot fathom, and yet he still routinely loses to modern superheroes, which you may recognize as the equivalent of the stormtroopers losing to sticks and rocks thrown by ugly teddy bears, except worse, because it just keeps happening. But Kang himself isn't who I'm here to talk about today. Kind of. Over the course of his long and convoluted criminal career, Kang's adopted numerous other identities who all hate each other's guts, funny enough, and today I plan to, hopefully briefly, cover a few of them. There's Ramatut, a pre-Kang identity created when Richards first developed his own time machine, went to ancient Egypt, and set himself up as a pharaoh. He managed to earn the enmity of both Moon Knight's patron Khonshu by convincing his people to abandon their old gods to worship him instead, and also Apocalypse, the X-Men baddie, who Ramatut wanted as an heir but ended up just making him mad due to killing his adopted dad. He also clashed with the Fantastic Four, the West Coast Avengers, and Doctor Strange because for something exceptionally dangerous, time travel is also distressingly common in these stories. The Scarlet Centurion is another identity Richards took on prior to Kang, interfering with the early Avengers and creating a divergent reality where the Avengers locked up every other superhero and supervillain in the name of peace. Only to then lose control of his own scheme when he decided to pit the alternate Avengers against their mainline counterparts. Some more wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey nonsense happened that created a completely separate Scarlet Centurion, who would go on to menace the Squadron Supreme of Earth-712, their Marvel's imitation of the Justice League. Another Scarlet Centurion would be created when Kang's son Marcus decided to take up the mantle, and I hope I never have a reason where I feel like I need to even come close to covering Avengers number 200. It's really gross and stupid. We also have Immortus. He's basically Old Man Kang, the Kang at the end of the line. He simultaneously hates his other selves, but also needs them around so he can become him. In fact, he hates himself so much, he manipulated Kang into creating a council of multiversal variants of himself, hoping their collective ego would lead them to kill each other until only the Kang that would become him was left. He's an occasional ally of convenience to the Avengers whenever something they're up against threatens his own existence. There's a few more noteworthy ones besides those, but I'm trying to keep this relatively short, and next week will almost certainly be something Shazam-related, so I'll end this with, why do you even need to know all this? Well, spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. You have been warned. 3, 2, 1. The first post-credit scene of Quantumania features none other than Ramatut, Immortus, and the Scarlet Centurion, identified as such by director Peyton Reed despite his uniform having no red in it. What kind of moron would... Okay, yes, fine, but mine's an intentional attempt at a joke at least. Don't judge me! Anyway, these three assembled the Council of Kangs, having deemed the main MCU timeline as being a threat to their existence. How dangerous they'll prove to be long-term, however, is simply a matter of time.